Welcome to the Dan Sports Tips MLB Daily Fantasy Preview Show for today, the 12th of June. I'm going to be looking at everything you need for success on DraftKings today, looking at starting pitchers, stacks of the day, how we can construct a lineup to increase our point scoring potential to the max, foundation players that we should be using as the foundation to build a solid lineup, and value plays. With the starting pitchers, I think the best play today is possibly Steven Matz of the New York Mets. It is a nice matchup, if not a great park. While the Brewers have been scoring a lot of runs, they do strike out a lot. Matz is coming off arguably his second worst start of the year behind the anomaly on opening day where he was shelled. But if 5 innings of 2-run ball with 8 strikeouts is his floor, then I think we can deal with that in respect to the upside. Rick Porcello of the Boston Red Sox for 9,400 gets the Minnesota Twins today. Porcello has been somewhat unspectacular his last 3 starts, but road starts at Toronto, Baltimore and San Francisco are a completely different ball game than visiting the Twins on the road. Minnesota are a light hitting team that strike out a lot. Porcello isn't elite for strikeouts, he's below 1 per inning on the season, but there is upside in this matchup and great chances of the win. And Dallas Keuchel of the Houston Astros for 8,600. Keuchel's been solid, if unspectacular, his last 3 starts, throwing at least 6 innings. The strikeouts still aren't quite there where you'd like them to be, but in a pitcher's park against a top 5 strikeout lineup, Keuchel has the upside here to be a value play with little risk at the price. There isn't a lot I thought was value at pitcher today. It's another one of those tricky days where you've got to try and find a little bit of value at pitcher because obviously it's a Coors Field day again. For stacks of the day, I think we want to stack Detroit Tigers against Michael Pineda. Pineda has had a couple of decent starts the last twice, including a 1-run performance against these Tigers, but I don't trust him yet, and the wind is blowing out hard at Yankee Stadium according to the weather forecast today. So we'll stack first baseman Miguel Cabrera for 4,400. You can put Victor Martinez in there if you want. He's hitting 293, 12 homers this year, hits righties very well, as does third baseman Nick Castellanos. He's 3,700, 309, 12 homers, 2 home runs in his last 3. And outfielder JD Martinez, he's 4,700, 269, 12 home runs on the year. The Washington Nationals get Adam Morgan today, who bar his last start has been having quite a few issues this year. Outfielder Jason Worth for 5,000. He has the platoon in the matchup. 239, 10 home runs on the year. Third baseman Anthony Rendon, another one with the platoon, hits lefties really well. 4,600. He's 262, 6 homers on the year. And catcher Wilson Ramos for 4,700. He has got a home run off of Morgan, hitting 339 with 9 home runs, which is great production from that position. I think the Cincinnati Reds as well against Kendall Graveman. He's had some bad performances recently, a couple of multi-home run starts this year as well, and the ballpark and conditions suggest there could be some home runs in Cincinnati today. Outfielder Jay Bruce for 5,200 has the platoon in the matchup, 276, 4 home runs and hit 1 yesterday. Outfielder Adam Duvall's been a revelation, 5,300, 264 with 17 long balls on the year, and first baseman Joey Votto for 5,100. He's only hitting for 226, but has 11 home runs and the platoon in the matchup. Obviously, all hitters are in play at Coors again. You've got a rookie starter taking the hill for Colorado, making his debut, and Christian Friedrich for the Padres, who's going back to Colorado, and he was horrible at Coors when he was a Rocky as well. I was close to putting Toronto up as a stack against Ubaldo Jimenez as well, but I just wasn't quite happy enough with that, so I'm going to leave the stacks of the day there. My foundation players today at first base is Mike Napoli of the Cleveland Indians for 5,400. He's got 2 home runs off of Huff, the platoon advantage in the matchup. While we're not so keen on the park, he is a 241 hitter with 14 home runs on the year. At second base is DJ LeMahieu of the Colorado Rockies for 4,800. It's always good to get some Coors exposure, and Friedrich, as many have had, has had issues at Coors Field. LeMahieu has the platoon in the matchup, 311 with 4 home runs this year. Third baseman Anthony Rendon of the Washington Nationals for 4,600 does an outstanding job hitting lefties. Gets Adam Morgan of the Phillies tonight, 262, 6 homers and 6 steals on the year. Shortstop Xander Bogaerts of the Boston Red Sox is 5,500. It's a lot of money for the X-Man, but Pat Dean has been awful the last couple of starts, and X is swinging a good bat with the platoon advantage. He's hitting a massive 358 this year with 8 home runs. And in the outfield, Jason Worth of the Washington Nationals for 5,000. Smashes lefties Adam Morgan is not a good one when it comes to lefty starters. He's 239 with 10 home runs. Worth enjoys the platoon. My value plays for today at catcher, it's Wellington Castillo of Arizona for 3,300. He's an automatic play for me against a lefty, which he has in this matchup at home. He has the platoon in the matchup, 270 with 7 home runs. At first base is Steve Pearce of the Tampa Bay Rays, who also qualifies at second. He's 3,400. He's a quality hitter against the left-handed pitcher, even one of Dallas Keuchel's standards, who, you know, Keuchel, while he's been getting better, has still had struggles this year. Pearce has had a home run off of Keuchel, 345, 8 homers on the year. At second base, I'm going to put Urickson Profar, who also qualifies at third for Texas. He's at 3,900 today, while his hit streak has ended. He's got Wade Miley tonight. Miley has been erratic. Profar has hit 365 with 2 homers, which is still excellent since the promotion from the minors earlier in the year. Third baseman Nick Castellanos of the Detroit Tigers for 3,700 often appears in this slot because he's undervalued when he faces a right-handed pitcher. And against the erratic Michael Pineda in the Bronx with excellent forecast conditions, 309 with 12 home runs on the year, Castellanos is a solid value play. Shortstop is Jonathan Villar of the Milwaukee Brewers for 4,000. It's a top price. I'm prepared to go for a value play, but Villar, although he gets mats, he's in a great park, and this switch hitter is better against left-handed pitching, and he can always give you the upside of swipe in a bag. He's hitting 293 with 5 homers. He's got 22 stolen bases this year. And in the outfield, Yasmani Tomas of the Arizona Diamondbacks for 3,500. Has good numbers on the metrics against left-handed. Gets Adam Conley today, who isn't pitching as well as he was. Gave up a couple of home runs in his last start. Tomas is hitting 264 with 7 home runs overall on the year. That's what I've got for you today. Best of luck with your lineups, and there won't be a show probably tomorrow. I'll try and get one in, but it's the missus' birthday, so if I don't, you'll understand why. Best of luck with your lineups today. Play ball. Thanks for watching the show. Don't forget to like the video, hit me up in the comments with the daily fantasy plays you like today, and press that subscribe button. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I will be here all MLB season and through the NFL season with daily fantasy sports advice. If you haven't signed up yet, or you're interested in starting to play daily fantasy sports, please click the link in the description for this video, and that'll take you where you need to go to start playing with DraftKings today. Best of luck with your lineups, and have a great day.